Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here. My name is Samantha Zavito, and this video is about how I healed my allergies. So no longer experiencing allergies to, for me it was nickel. And so when I used to put on nickel, I used to have a really bad reaction where I would scratch, scab, and even bleed. Like it would become very itchy on my skin, and it didn't matter. It could be ears or a necklace or anything like that. And so just a little bit about me. I am a fascia stretch therapist and yoga instructor and facilitator. I've run retreats. My background prior to that was a personal trainer, so I've worked with people in health in many capacities. But during for me, it was going inward, so meditation and just gaining greater awareness to deeper understanding of self, which is what I'm now facilitating and teaching yoga, because yoga at a deeper essence and meaning is understanding ourselves in a deeper way. And so when we look at the word yoga, a lot of people associate yoga with just the asanas or the movement, but yoga really is that deeper understanding and connection to our divine selves and understanding this in a greater way. And so as I began to deepen into that connection and understanding, I began to have greater awareness towards greater health even within myself. So for me, understanding ourselves in a deeper way on a soul level, coming from bodybuilding background, it was always, mind to body or mind to muscle connection. Not to say that you don't feel the energy, which is more of our soul's essence, but it was awakening to understand that in a greater way, to feel more connected to this in a greater way. And so this is what yoga and the practices of yoga really start to connect me to feel in a greater way and understand in a greater way. And so with this awareness, I began to understand what yoga teaches, right? Which is our souls, our essence, our eternal self, and the connection to life in a greater way. So yoga meaning unity or oneness. So we understand that oneness within ourselves, heart, soul, mind, body. We understand that oneness with life in a greater way. Life is an extension of us, feeling more connected to life and the beauty of what life is. So just the beauty of life being an extension of what we are, and to feel this in a greater way. And so it talks about Atman being our soul, our essence, our eternal self, and then Brahman being God, being in all of life. So we can look at that oneness with God within ourselves, that oneness with life. So when we think of God being in everything and everyone, right? Everything is made up of energy. We understand this. That essence that gives us life, right? That the beauty of what we are, that sustains us, that gives us life, that creates life, right? That is within us. That essence is in all of life. And so when I started to have this greater awareness, and the way they teach it, like I said, is Atman, and then Brahman, which is the ultimate reality, which is understanding that God is in all things, right? And so this greater understanding allowed me to begin to understand how to start to heal my allergies, and see, like, if what is inside of me is inside of the nickel, why would I ever have a reaction to it? And this is, again, that essence of what yoga is, which is unity and oneness. And so the beauty of that understanding and that greater connection. And so at this time I was running retreats, and this awareness was coming through for me. And so I started to see, okay, that oneness with the nickel. And so then I was able to put the nickel on and begin to no longer have a reaction to the nickel. I wore nickel for weeks with no reaction. I was hosting a women's retreat at the time, and had the nickel on as I was doing the retreat to bring this awareness forward, so that we have this greater understanding of, again, what is inside, whatever the allergy or reaction might be, is also within you. And so that greater awareness allows us to experience life in a greater way, understand ourselves in a greater way, feel more connected to things in a greater way. And so that is the beauty of yoga. And yoga is not just the movement, it is the understanding, that deeper understanding and connection to self and life as an extension of us, to feel that in a greater way, that connection. And that's why yoga in itself means unity and oneness. And prior to even asanas or the movement, yoga was just meditation. It was just the connection to deepening understanding and connection to self. And so there's so many forms of this connection, whether it be being in nature, in relationship. You can feel these deep connections and kind of these meditative states, deepening into connection with self and feeling this in a greater way. We can feel this in so many capacities. It could be through movement, or there be through the asanas. And so yoga is so much more than what we experience on the mat. It is our essence. It is understanding ourselves in a deeper way. It is the expression of ourselves. It is what they term enlightenment, so being able to see and understand from a greater place, right? And so this is why they say enlightenment, because it begins to allow us to understand and see things from a greater place, experience life from a greater place. And that's the beauty of what yoga is and the connection to this. So I'm so honored to come on here and share this. I share more about this in a course that I'm hosting, but I feel like the beauty of what yoga is to be understood in a greater way, because many times people will do yoga thinking that the asanas, the postures, is yoga, which it is. It's an aspect of yoga, right? There's a meditative flow and connection through our movement. That's one aspect. But the essence of yoga is more than that. It is the connection and the understanding of ourselves in a deeper way. And this is why the practice really is a heart, soul, mind, body practice. It is that love and honoring of self, that understanding of self, the way we see life, how we experience life, and just feeling more connected to life in a deeper way, and to bring this forward from this greater place of seeing and feeling, and just really experiencing the beauty of what life is and what we are and the divine within us and around us. And so I'm so honored to come on here and share. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you would love to join the upcoming course, I have 8 modules where we share more about this. And so you can click the link to register if you'd love to join us. But I hope this brings more clarity for those that are interested in understanding. And I've seen others too who might have like an allergy to whether it be food or nature or animals. Again, when we understand that what is inside of those things is inside of us, we realize and feel this greater connection to this. And in the course, we go through practices to feel this and connect to this. But regardless, that awareness to that, to start to connect and feel this in a greater way, and the beauty of this, and to understand this in a deeper way is truly so beautiful. So we can see, like, if it's an animal, that oneness with the animal, that connection to the animal, and that doesn't have to have a reaction. That is literally one with us. That is what is inside that animal, that source, that energy is also within us. And there's no separation. There's that beautiful connection to those things. Same with nature, where you can be able to go up to things and not feel a reaction to them. You can feel that oneness in a greater way with it, and just feel more connected to it in a beautiful way. So I'm honored to come on here and share. Again, please don't hesitate to reach out or comment. We'd love to hear from you. So much love. Namaste.